Hello students, today I will discuss photoelectron spectroscopy. And photoelectron spectroscopy depends entirely on the photoelectric effect. So let us first of all discuss what is photoelectric effect. As the name implies, photo and electric effect, just like that, when a light of suitable frequency falls on the metal surface, then phenomena of ejection of photoelectrons is called photoelectron effect or photoelectric effect. Let us see if this is the metal and a light of suitable frequency nu or energy h nu is falling on it, then electron will first of all transfer from its normal position to the surface and then outside the surface. When electron moves from this place to the surface, the energy used is h nu naught, where h is the Planck's constant and nu naught is the minimum frequency used to move the electron from its normal position to the surface, and this is called the threshold frequency. This nu naught is called the threshold frequency and h nu naught is called the threshold energy or sometimes work function. This h nu naught threshold frequency, h nu naught is the threshold energy, and this is the minimum energy which is required for the photoelectric effect to take place. And when extra energy than the threshold energy is provided, then electron will get ejected, and this electron is called photoelectron, and it will have some kinetic energy represented by Ke. So this is the mechanism of photoelectric effect. Photo means some light is falling on the metal surface and movement of electron is taking place. That's why there is some electric current. So light is falling and electric current due to the movement of electrons is being generated. That's why it is called photoelectric effect. So the explanation for this photoelectric effect by Max Planck was given by that the energy of the photoelectron, you can say h nu, it will be equal to h nu naught plus kinetic energy. This is the main equation. Energy of the photoelectron is equal to h nu naught, this much energy plus this kinetic energy. And now you will see h nu minus h nu naught is equal to kinetic energy, or h is common, nu minus nu naught is equal to kinetic energy. Now it is very much clear that case number 1, if nu is greater than nu naught, if this nu is greater than this nu naught, then this value will be positive. That is, kinetic energy is equal to positive. So photoelectric effect will take place. And in the other condition, if nu is less than nu naught, if nu is less than nu naught, this will be negative. That is, kinetic energy is equal to negative. So photoelectric effect will not take place. And when nu is equal to nu naught, case number 3, when nu is equal to nu naught, that is, kinetic energy will be equal to 0. Means electron will come from its position to the surface, but ejection of photoelectron will not take place. And ultimately you can say photoelectric effect will not occur, because electron will not get ejected as its kinetic energy is 0. So this is the condition. This is the frequency of the incident light, and this is the threshold frequency. So frequency of the incident light falling on the metal surface should always be higher than the threshold frequency. If frequency of the light is greater than the threshold frequency, then photoelectric effect will take place. This is the basic principle of the photoelectric effect and photoelectron spectroscopy. Now let us discuss some graphical representations involved in the photoelectric effect. You have seen that when energy is allowed to fall, then photoelectron will get ejected. This is the kinetic energy. H mu naught is the work function. From this graphical representation, we observe that if we take kinetic energy on y-axis and frequency on x-axis, then straight line is obtained like this. If we extrapolate it, this value is nu naught. This value gives us the value of threshold frequency, and this straight line tells us that kinetic energy is directly proportional to frequency. Kinetic energy is directly proportional to frequency. Means kinetic energy of the photoelectron will increase when frequency of the incident light will increase. This kinetic energy will increase when this frequency will increase. This is the graphical representation. And in other graphical representation, if we take kinetic energy and intensity, then straight line parallel to x-axis is obtained. And this clearly indicates that kinetic energy is independent from the intensity of the light used. Kinetic energy of the photoelectrons is independent from the intensity of the light used, because this type of graph represents this quantity is independent from this quantity. But intensity is a parameter on which number of photoelectron depends. Number of photoelectrons. If large number of photoelectrons are being emitted it means intensity is higher. So it should be kept in mind, and it should be very much clear to all of you that number of photoelectrons depends upon intensity, and kinetic energy of the photoelectron depends upon the frequency. I am repeating again, number of photoelectrons will depend on intensity, and kinetic energy of the photoelectrons will depend on the frequency. Nu is the frequency of the incident light, and nu naught is the threshold frequency of the particular matter. Nu naught is the threshold frequency, h nu naught is the threshold energy, which is also known as the work function, and this is the minimum energy which is required for the photoelectric effect to take place. Because if we supply energy more than this energy, only then photoelectric effect will take place. So this is the barrier. This h nu naught work function or threshold frequency is the barrier or the cutoff above which photoelectric effect will take place, and ejection of photoelectrons will occur. So this is the basic principle of photoelectron spectroscopy. Thank you very much.